There is nothing more magical than words. Words are pure magic. Think about it. Words create everything that you know, everything that you see, everything that you hear is all translated into words inside your brain. Everything that you feel physically, and when you're in love, you feel it physically. When you're hating, you feel it physically. When you're happy, you feel it physically. When you're angry, you feel it physically. But these are all things that are then translated in your brain. How do I talk about it? With myself, inside my head. What words do I use? How do I express it to other people? Express it in a way that will create something. A poem, a story, a good headline, a nice copy. It could be anything. Words can be anything. Words are the most flexible tool that we have. In one word, you can make a person cry. In one word, you can make him laugh. You can conjure up memories from the past. You can bring dreams of the future. You can do a talk, a conversation like I'm having with you right now, using words, telling you how words are amazing. And words are amazing. I really believe that it is a kind of magic. There's no other way to explain it. I don't know why certain words work better than others. I can go into the psychological effects about you grew up this way, so this word means more to you than this one, and you are now listening to this kind of news, so this word is a trigger for that. I can try and analyze it, but in the end of the day, when I look at great works of literature, of great poetry, of these amazing stories that people have written, why are these amazing? Why are they so much better than the other ones? Why, in a period where, 100,000 books were written, two became icons? Two managed to survive time, and 300 years later, 60 years later, 20 years later, any time, still work. Why is the magic still relevant? Why do we go back and read texts from 2,000 years ago and can still get excited, really excited when you read them? When I was young, I used to be a real bookworm. I used to read anything that had text on it. I don't care if it's the Bible or if it's a brochure for a new toothpaste. If there are words on it, I would read it. And it lasted for 3 decades, more or less, where I was just a sponge, trying to get in as much as I can, as many words as I can, as many ideas as I can. I treated words with the respect that they deserve because from an early age, I knew that they were magic. From an early age, I knew that words are special, that they have something more to give me, that they have something more to offer to the world. I was always writing. All of my life I was writing something. Most of the times, it wasn't something good. I was young, I wasn't educated, I didn't have any experience, but still I was expressing myself using words, because words are an amazing tool. Now, when I'm nearing 4 decades of working on my creative life, I can finally refer to myself as a writer, as somebody who is proficient at writing, as somebody who knows how to write, what to write, how to phrase things, how to edit them, how to portray ideas in a verbal way by using words. I've never been a professional writer in my life. There were many times where I made money out of writing. Times that I made money out of technical writing, times that I made money out of artistic writing, times where I got paid to consult on writing business plans, and sometimes where I was just brought in to consult on a new magazine or some texts that are being examined or analyzed. I've never really been a writer because I never saw it as a valid job. And it's not because I disrespect writers. It's completely the other way around. On the contrary, I have a lot of respect. I just don't think it's a valid job. I don't think it's a good way to make a living. As a side hustle, it is perfect. And as a side hustle, I used it many, many times, and sometimes it saved me. You sell an article for $300, that's not a lot of money. That pays the bills. You're okay for this month. If you have it 2 times, 3 times a year, that definitely helps with the budget. But I was never a professional writer. I was never a professional author. I can't even say that I'm a professional poet. I do all of these things because they are part of my whole creative life, of my creative persona. It is just another way for me to express myself. I can do it with a brush, I can do it with a computer mouse, or I can do it with words, with a keyboard. For me, there is very little difference. There are different ways to express different things. Words is my way to express certain things. I love writing. I love writing also as a therapy, which is something that I really advise people to do. Write as therapy, not as work. Write for yourself first, then you can write for others. Who knows, maybe others will like what you have written for yourself. That is often the case, because if you're writing for yourself, you're probably trying to be honest, at least on some level. And honesty works. People like honesty, especially in stories. Because stories, by definition, are fake. They are made up. You make up a story. If you can insert some honesty in these stories, some of your real personal honesty in these stories, then you really got something. Now, this whole video is basically just to praise words and tell you how wonderful it is to write, how wonderful it is to read, how wonderful it is to be part of this world of words. How wonderful it is to be a participant, not only a reader, but a contributor. You add something, you add an idea, you work on something that is a little bit more complex. You try to put it down in words in a creative way. You try to create words. I often have to create my own words when there are no words that are available or that justify what I want to say. Shakespeare did it all the time. Half of the idioms that we are using now are because Shakespeare made them up. The green-eyed monster of jealousy. I am in a bit of a pickle. These are all idioms that we use, well, some of us still use them, but we're talking how many years, how many centuries later? This is the power of words. Maybe a word that you made up will enter in the lexicon in the next generation. I just want to tell you that words are amazing, words are an amazing tool, and the more you use them, the better you get at it. It's like a guitar, it's like a violin. If you practice a lot, you will be good at it. You will express yourself better. You will be more concise. You will be more accurate in your choice of the words, in the choice of what you want to say. Start writing. Doesn't matter what. Write anything. Start practicing words. Just words. Find out which are the words that you love. Try to use them more often. Find out if you can find other words that you didn't know existed and suddenly become part of your vocabulary. Enjoy words. Use them. Learn how to use them. Practice them. Trust me, no matter what kind of a creative person you are, writing skills are important. Writing skills will bring you further, will help you work on bigger projects, with bigger budgets, for bigger clients. Work on your word skills. Enjoy this work. Read, write, do something. And the most important advice, as usual, no matter what you do, just keep on keeping on. That is all.